Hey ladies and gentlemen, what's stacking? Vegasstacker here, stopping at you to give you a video. I used to have some cool lines and some self-promoting in the beginning, but I want to get away from that. If you enjoy the content and want to see more, you already know what to do. And I appreciate it if you do those things. Today's topic I want to talk about is going to be my top tips for stacking successfully. Please keep in mind, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a professional stacker. This is just me sharing my opinions and what I wish I would have known when I started stacking. I wrote down about 7 of them, and I'm going to ramble on maybe about 3 because you guys don't want to listen to me ramble on and on about this nonsense and get bored. Let's get to it then. Ask yourself why you're stacking. Are you stacking as a hobby where you want to pick up maybe Britannias? Maybe you want to pick up Kookaburras? Or maybe you want to pick up Eagles? And that's fine. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's not saying that you can't stack Britannias or you can't stack Kookaburras or you can't stack Eagles. That's the great thing about stacking. There are no rules. It's your money and your stack, so you do with it what you want. Don't copy other people's stack and do all that stuff. I'm going over these because I watched YouTubers, and don't listen to YouTubers. Don't listen to me. You can hear me, but don't listen to me. Don't follow what I do or what I'm saying. So back to asking why you stack. Maybe you stack because you're afraid of SHTF. And in that case, people always talk about stacking constitutional silver. Constitutional silver, that's 1964 and before. Your half dollars, dimes, quarters, and dollars. Maybe that's your case and you want to do that. Maybe you're looking to store more wealth. And if you're looking to store more wealth, then maybe gold is your choice. And these are things that you're all going to ask yourself when you ask why you're stacking. It gives you sort of a base, it gives you an idea of what you want to stack. If you want to stack gold, if you want to stack Britannias, if you want to stack Eagles. By all means, if those are the things that you want to stack, stack them up. Stack them tall. Who cares? It's yours. Do it with it what you want. Another one, we're going to move on to number 2. I'm going to go with don't be afraid of coin shops. Don't always buy online. If you live in a place where you have a coin shop, or maybe it's not too far away, you can make a trip to it. Go check it out. Don't be afraid of a coin shop. Also with that, don't be afraid of pawn shops. I know people that get great deals at pawn shops. Pawn shops get bad names, and who knows? Some pawn shops might rip you off. Everybody's out to make money, and they really don't care about you. They just care about the money you're going to put in their cash register. When you go to these places, your coin shops and your pawn shops, wherever you buy precious metals, if you buy it in person, build a relationship with these people. Talk to them, but don't take up their whole day. Talk to them a little bit and say, hey, I remember I saw you last time and I bought this, or something to that effect. Get to know them. If you go in there frequently and you get to know them, they might throw you a deal every now and then. Don't be afraid to ask for a deal. If they have just plain old silver buffaloes and maybe they're $2 over spot, say, hey, do you have something that you guys are overstocked on that you can let go for a little less, maybe $1.50 over spot? Give that a try. Don't be rude to them, but get to know them. Get to know where you're buying your metals from and build a relationship. I know a lot of people that have built relationships with their coin shop employees, and it's worked out great for them. And personally, I introduced myself to one of the employees at one of my shops here, and he always cuts me a deal too. Not just because I have a YouTube channel, but because I asked him his name, shook his hand, and I told him my name. I told him a little bit about me, why I started stacking, and what I was looking for. And he always helps me out, always says hi to me when he sees me, says my name, I say his name, and You know, it's a cool interaction. Don't be afraid of that. But that's not always going to be the case, and I understand that. Maybe you don't have a coin shop near you, which is fine. Maybe you have a pawn shop. Go in there. Pawn shops in my area don't really have silver, so it's coin shops for me, and that's fine because we have plenty of coin shops here. Another one, the third one, and final one that I'm going to go over because I've rambled long enough is I believe if you're stacking, this is where I'm going to turn towards, where I'm going to shift my stack. Because when I first started, I was more of a stack collector. I saw cool things. I saw Britannia, thought it was cool, picked it up. Saw Kookaburras, thought it was cool, and I thought maybe if I get all the years of those or something, it would be fun. But to me, that's not stacking. When I think of stacking, I think of picking up generic stuff. I think about stacking bars and stacking basic generic buffaloes. And heck, even now, I've gone to just stacking some gold. You can stack whatever you want, and that's fine. I know people that stack strictly eagles, and they have their reasoning behind it. Or they stack 1 ounce bars, or they stack only maples, you know, and that's fine. But when it comes to the spread, you're paying, say, $4 over spot for an American Silver Eagle. In the Vegas area, I can only get spot price for the American Silver Eagle. So that's a $4 difference, $4 spread. Now, if I can pick up generic rounds or generic bars, and I can pick them up for $1.50 over spot or $2 over spot, and generally in Vegas area, I can sell silver bars and rounds for like 50 cents back a spot or $1 over a spot. So that's only like a $3, $2.50, $3 spread. So you're getting $1 more value when you buy generic than if you were to buy Eagles. That's just in my area. Your area might be different. I know there's online coin shops that'll pay a little more for stuff depending on what the situation is, and that's fine. But for right now, what I'm concentrating on is stacking 5 ounce bars and 10 ounce bars. I'm going after the lowest premium stuff right now, just so I can add weight to my stack. While I'm doing that though, I cannot lie, I'm picking up 1/10 ounce gold maple leafs, 1/10 ounce gold eagles, and I'm trying to add that to my stack. Because the theory behind that is, if the coin shops are overloaded with silver and they don't want to buy my silver and I need cash for something, heck, I have gold. How often do you see somebody turn down gold? Just my thinking. So those are my top 3 tips. Throw comments below with your tips. And I'm sure I'm going to have some people tell me my tips are wrong. And that's fine, because everybody has their own way of stack. They have their own reasoning why they do things. That's why stacking is cool. That's why it's unique, because you don't have to listen to everybody else. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to those big YouTubers. You don't have to listen to your mom. You might have to if you have to clean your room, but not when it comes to stacking silver and gold. As always, guys, appreciate you sticking around to the end, and I'll catch you on the flip side.